least. TBH. Since we're on stream, let's just talk, guys. I think this is a great setting. I think this is a great time to just have words. For those of you wondering why I don't like debate as much anymore, part of it's like a certain toxicity that's like really come over the community. It's always been kind of toxic, but like it got way worse. We had like things. I don't know. It feels like the toxicity really escalated. It became a lot more widespread with like it started with like the packing meta, which a lot of you know that I really don't like. So that's a big reason why I haven't been around as much. And then like the other stuff, I'm sure you guys can figure out what I'm talking about. Like I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the kind of like environment I need to be in. A lot of it's like violent, right? And it's just like I don't know. It just feels like it's not the place to be. It's kind of stressful because like at the end of the day, like the more well known you are in the debate community, the more of these problems you're likely to run into. In some cases, right? Some people are literally so well known that they attract like everything from the debate community all the time. But some people like you don't have to be well known to actually attract a lot of these problems in the debate community. So that I mean, I feel like I've hit a combination where I'm like semi well known, and like on top of that, like I don't know, I have attracted some of these problems. I think, and it wasn't on purpose, but it definitely was my fault in some of these cases. So I don't know. It's just not what I really care about that much. I mean, I still debate here and there. Like people genuinely still like try to pay me to debate it, and you know, from time to time I'll take that. But the YouTube stuff, the streaming, as you guys can see, that's really taken like precedence because like the whole part of me getting into debating was literally like I guess how do I put it? I guess like just wanting to nerd out, talk about the shit that I like. You know, talking about the scaling of characters. You know, the old arguments. Could Goku actually beat Superman? You know, scaling Itachi into omnipotence because we all love Itachi. You know, and it's just like I can do that. I've done a lot of that, in fact. And like now, I've done it in debate, so I don't really care anymore. Like I've beaten damn near everyone I wanted to beat. I've accomplished damn near everything I want to accomplish. In fact, not even damn near. I've accomplished pretty much everything I wanted to accomplish in debating. And it's just like, why even bother? Like, half the time, because there's just nothing there for me anymore. For the most part. So now I just make like videos and stuff where I can, do what I originally wanted to do anyway. And it's just like a lot more, I don't know. I get more out of it, obviously. And I can avoid a lot of the stuff I don't like about the debating community. Now, don't get me wrong. When I talk about the community as a whole, it's like more widespread because obviously I have a lot of friends who are in like the debating community and stuff, and I have a lot of friends who are like very very good friends of mine that I met because I started debating, and we don't even debate most of the time anymore. Like in our like private servers and stuff, we're not like we'll argue because we're all like argumentative, like as shit, right? But like, it's not about debating like that anymore. Like, realistically, there's probably always going to be a debate community. Realistically, there's a reason it's been around so long, and it's been around longer than most people realize. Because debating's been around since like what? Hold on, can I pause this and turn like the music down? Let's go. Yeah, let's mute that. Cool. So, yeah, as far as like debating goes, like it's been around for a really long time. Like it's been around since like Google Plus days. It's been around since like probably even before that. Because power scaling's been around longer, and debate as a whole like has been around way longer than like even the internet at this point. Fictional debating is basically the community I'm always talking about. Really popularized. Like a lot of people think that debating was super popularized or really started being a thing with fiction. No, it didn't. People think that it's been like it was not even really a thing in fiction until Seth the programmer came along. Seth made it way more popular. There's no denying that. It's just that it existed before he was like super big. Now, granted, I think he was part of it, but don't quote me on that. I actually don't know much of what Seth did before, I ever met him. But I do know he definitely popularized it, and I think he should get credit for that for sure, popularizing like debate around like fictional scaling and stuff. Now, as far as like, I'm just gonna shoot this guy again. As far as like my transition, because I don't want to speak on everyone else too much. That's a big boy. He can speak for himself. He speaks what he wants to do. He says what he needs, or he says what he needs to say. So I don't want to speak on him too much. But yeah, for me specifically, like a lot of this stuff, like it was fun for a while, and then it just, I don't know, a lot of the fun went because one, I accomplished everything, and then like on top of that, like it stopped being as fun of like a community to be around. Aside from like the friends I made, like shouts out to like my closest friend. I mean, you've got like Trini, you've got Mr. Business Email, Jester. You've got some people I'm not going to name because I don't want to like give them put like targets on them or anything like that. But you've got lots of friends I've made like throughout this stuff. Even people like so there's somebody like Arrowflame. Arrowflame I consider a very good friend of mine, and I irritate the shit out of Arrow. There have been times where Arrow has hated me, but I consider Arrowflame like a good friend. And like Arrow is still pretty active in the debate community, and I think that's like that's like how I would describe a lot of this. Like even the people who are active in the fictional debate community still, they're not the ones I'm talking about when I say like there's stuff I don't enjoy anymore. Like active debaters, they don't bother me. The people that really bother me are like you've got like the doxers, the swatters, like the people that have been in calls with me a lot. You guys know what I'm talking about. I've said forever I don't like that stuff, and it really irritates me, and it's made it to where I don't like to go out in the broader community like that anymore, just because of that. Like the more attention you get to yourself, like the more likely you are to like deal with that stuff, and I just don't want to, right? Yeah, that's kind of my rant on that stuff. I'm just gonna keep shouting out like my friends and stuff. So let's see. I already said Jester, Trini, Business, Infamous, very good friend of mine too as well. Met him because we were debating. I think we met him on Amino. Yeah. We ended up expanding a little bit in my friend group a long time ago to an app called Amino, and that's where we found Infamous. Very very good dude. I do like Infamous. I'm happy we're friends. Caesar, Fingerprint, Misk. Who else? I already said, let's see, James Daly. James Daly is a good friend of mine. I don't know if he's active in debating anymore, but he was for a very long time. Met him. We had met before, and I didn't realize it because I ended up meeting a lot of people. So, I don't know. It's just, there are so many people that I've enjoyed, like, being friends with because of this debating stuff. And it has opened up, like, opportunities for me, like, the YouTube stuff. I actually don't think I would be doing as good as I am on YouTube, which still isn't even that good. Like, let's just be honest here. I don't think I would be doing that good on YouTube if I hadn't started in debating. I probably wouldn't even be as good at, like, scaling all this stuff, right? Because part of what made me so good at scaling was, like, having to debate it constantly having my, like, scaling challenged by people who, when I was first starting out, were way better than me. So I really had to have my stuff on lock if I wanted to get good at it, start winning stuff, start accomplishing things in this debate community. Like, I really had to step my game up. And I think that's a big part of what made me so much better at this stuff than everyone. And believe it or not, now the people close to me know I'm not actually like a fictional like debater as my main topic. I'm not that's like a side thing. That's just what everyone wanted to debate me in. IRL topics are what I'm actually like halfway decent at debating, right? It just so happens that like, and I don't want to like toot my own horn because there's no like non-arrogant. What the fuck is this dude doing? What are you doing? What the, bro? He's holding his ball. That's hilarious. Okay. But there's no like there's no good way to say it. I literally just got so good at debating after a while that I didn't have to debate my main topics. I could just keep debating fiction to where I could still beat people even though it wasn't my main area of debate, right? As far as like what I normally like would be better at debating, when I say IRL, we're talking like I don't know, we're talking like morality for the most part. You've got politics. You've got like all kinds of like just gross stuff that most people don't want to talk about. Like legal ideology is probably my best topic, and like there's nobody I can debate that stuff with, right? Everybody wants to debate fiction. Everybody wants to debate me on like, even the videos I make sometimes, like Gojo versus Kakashi. I'm surprised at like how many people actually felt like Kakashi should have won. Like I'm usually surprised by what people are outraged by in like a lot of my videos. Like I think another weird one was like I think I did Sukuna versus Gojo, and a lot of people felt like Sukuna should win. So that was a weird one. I was like I don't know. Like I get that there's arguments for it, right? There's just not like super honest arguments for like Gojo versus Sukuna and Sukuna winning. Like there's just not super honest ones for that. And for that reason, I mean, obviously, I said, Gojo wins. He should. I think I did that video with Aeroflame, if I'm not mistaken. Which, again, love the dude. I was really happy he came on. Do I throw that in there? Shit. Ah! Oh my god, Yo, they're ganging on me. Wait, no! Ah! Ah! Alright, well, I died. So I think that's a good place to stop the stream. I've ranted enough. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we're at with all that stuff, guys. Yeah, if you like the stream, feel free to drop a follow. Let me know. I'm gonna try to pick a day specifically when I'm streaming. I also, I try to hold down a job while I'm doing this shit. So once I have like a full schedule layout, I'm gonna try to go ahead and give specific days when I stream, specific days when I upload like my videos on YouTube. Although I'm kind of iffy on that because I don't know. I like the YouTube thing. The best thing about that, and the reason I want to go so far with it, is because it lets me just do it my way all the time, right? Like, I don't know, and I feel like if I just throw out a schedule or something randomly or just pick a day kind of willy nilly, no. I mean, if I pick a day or I schedule I'm gonna stream on X day or I'm gonna upload on X day, that kind of thing. There's gonna be a reason, right? So if it's gonna be I wanna upload on Fridays, every single Friday, right? Then it's gonna be because I want to get into the YouTube premiere chat with everybody on a Friday. That's just something that sounds like a cool Friday activity to do. That would be why I would do that, right? But yeah, aside from that, guys, we're gonna end the stream on that. Safe, take it easy. Thank you everybody who showed up to this shit. I know I'm on the come up, so you guys have no reason to be here other than to support me. And don't think I don't know that. I appreciate all of you guys. So, yeah. Peace out.